Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So today, this is sort of dovetailing on a video I did a few weeks ago about wiper motors. Had someone ask me, well, specifically about Mopar wipers and how can you tell if your wiper switch is good and your wiper motor is good. And Mopars are about as goofy as you can get when it comes to the wiring. So I figured take a few minutes here and we're gonna go through how to test the switch, how they operate, and how to test the motor. And this is all stuff you can do on the bench with a multimeter and a power supply. So let's get down to it. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about this wiper switch. With Mopars, what you'll notice is this is one busy switch. As you can see in the back here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terminals. And what do? And this is one of the more confusing wiper switches that I think exist, to be honest with you. So let's see if I can help break this thing down. So here's a little sketch that I made. And as you can see here, you have if you look very carefully, you'll see that there's actually labels that are embossed on this, I guess you call it this back plate of this switch for each of these pins. And what you'll see is you can see here, you'll have an A, F2, a W, a B, an H, a P, and then you have this one here, which this came off a 1971 GTX, and this one was not connected. So the first thing is what goes to each terminal. Now, if you go into a wiring diagram book or get a wiring diagram for, in this case, this is a 2-speed motor for, again, a 71 Plymouth GTX, you'll notice that you have these different colors. So you'll have for the B terminal, has a pink wire. For the H terminal, it's a brown with a tracer. For the P, it's a blue wire. For the W, it's just a straight brown wire. For the A is a red wire. And for the F2 terminal, it's a dark green. And what you'll notice is that you'll have, in this case, you'll have 2 connectors. You'll have an L connector that covers this A and the F2. And then there you'll have this other, it's almost like a triangular shaped connector that covers the rest. Again, not this guy on the top. So this gives you an idea, and to take a picture of this if you want, or a screenshot. And this tells you what each of these terminals are and the colors of the wire and where they're going. So the next step is, well, how do you test this thing? So in this case, you have multiple positions. You have it in the off or the park position. Then you have it in the low position, the high position, and then in any of these positions, you also have a push, which is for the washer. So the washer is the push. Now, what gets crazy about this is that this wiper switch is grounded differently depending on what position the switches are in. So the case is grounded. That's most important. So when this thing goes in the dash, the case forms the ground just like Chevys do as well. But so when it's off, what you're going to do is you're going to have it in the off position. I'm only going to do one of these, and you can do the rest on your own. And in the off position, what you'll notice is that we'll come over here to the B terminal and the P terminal, and these are connected. You can see right here, this one says like 1.1 ohms. When you're in the off, you're physically parking the wiper motor. So that's making sure that the wiper blades are in the park position. So this is going from B to P, meaning that's your plus voltage going to the P terminal. And then what's being grounded, you come over here and then you look over here on the A, and you take the A to the case, and you notice that the case is grounded. So this is so power is going to the wiper motor through the P wire, through the P to park the wipers, and then from the wiper motor, it's coming back and then being grounded through the A. So what gets crazy on this, and I'm not going to do all of them because that would just, bore everybody to death. We've tested this in the off or the park position, and what you'll notice is that in each of these different positions, that the plus 12 is going to a different pin, which makes sense. If you're parked, it's going to one pin. If it's low, it's going to a different pin. If it's high, it's going to a different pin. And obviously, if you're hitting the washer button to get your washer fluid, it'll go to a different pin. But what's weird about Mopars is when it's parked, it's actually grounding, meaning that it's returning from the motor to the switch, and then the switch is grounding itself, or then the terminal is being grounded to the switch case. In one terminal, it uses the A during the opposition, but then it uses this F2 pin on these other two positions. And that really can screw people up, especially when they're trying to figure out, well, how do I test the motor and how do I test the switch? So anyways, follow this, and I'm hoping this will help. So now it's time to test the motor. And if we remember from when we were looking at the switch, you've got all this goofy stuff going on here. And what's most important is that we have our wire colors over here. Now, one thing to note is on a motor, and again, this is for that 71 Plymouth, you have a red wire, a brown wire, a dark green wire, and a blue wire. Now, this brown wire connects into this brown with tracer. So again, these are your four choices here. So in order to test this thing and to see if this thing's actually working or not, the first thing you need to do is you get yourself a power supply. And here's one that I made, and actually I made this on the channel a little while ago. I'll leave the link to that because it's super cool. And what we're doing here is it's telling me that the ground needs to go to P being this guy here, which is the blue wire. So that needs to be powered. So I take my plus and go to the blue, like so. And then the minus, or what's coming, the return, needs to go to the A, which is the red wire here. So I got to go from plus on blue and minus on, and negative on red. And if I do that, and try not to, you don't want to be shorting against the other pins. I'm turning this on, the motor's not doing anything. Well, that's because it's already parked. So then, if it wasn't parked, you would see the motor reverse to a position and then park. So now, if I go to low, that means I take my plus voltage, again, goes to A, which is kind of crazy because that's where the ground was before. And the negative is going to connect to the F2, which is the dark green, which in this case is right here underneath it. So if I go from here to here, and again, take care that I don't short the two wires together. And now I'm running low. And you can see it just stopped. Now, if I want to go to high, same thing is now I keep the same negative, but now B is going to go to the H connection, which as you can see over there is the brown, which in this case is over here. And now I've got high. Now, once you've done this, if you want to check to see if it parks correctly, you simply go back to the first test that we did, which we put positive on the blue wire, and ground goes to, or negative goes to the red, like so, and I turn it on, and it just parked. So, if your motor does those three things, then you know your motor's good. All right, so in any case, I hope that was helpful. Again, got this nice little diagram for you. Hopefully you took a screenshot of that because it does come in useful. This is for Mopar 2-speed wipers. So you're talking about late 60s to early 70s, maybe a little bit before and after. Anybody in the comments, please let me know if you have more exact info on that. I sort of just test them as I get them. But this is all you need. You got your wiper switch. We tested that out. It's good. We got the wiper motor. That guy's tested good. And all you need is a multimeter for the switch and a simple power supply for testing the motor. But you can do all that on the bench before you put it in the car and spend all that time wiring it up, installing it, etc., and then finding out something doesn't work. So hope that was helpful. Thanks again for liking these videos, and thanks to all the subscribers. And I apologize, I haven't been putting out more videos. Been kind of crazy right now with work and stuff like that, but I'll keep them coming. And please keep your suggestions coming. This is super fun, and I hope it's helpful for you, and hope you enjoyed it as well. So hope everyone has a great day.